What to buy, what to buy, what to buy with your cores? It's a question I've heard from a few people. And as a free to play player like me, you are probably holding on to those cores thinking to yourself, I don't ever want to spend these. So I'm going to walk you through what I'm spending cores on. I'm going to give you my hot take on whether or not I felt like it was worth it. And then I'll give you a breakdown of some stuff. And then we're going to buy some stuff in the store. So, first off, I'm going to walk you through what I think is most important to spend your cores on, and that is to buy the extra hero slots. There's a few reasons why I think this is good. Number one, it's just like good gameplay. I haven't actually added mine in yet, mostly because I'm going to go and walk through the tutorial on Captain America and Iron Man. Those are the two I had left, kind of saving them. But I've started accounts on each of the rest of these. Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel are still level 5. I just didn't love their gameplay as much. Black Widow is a bit of a project. She's taking a long time and she is rough to level. But the payoff is quite awesome. Storm is super easy. Spider-Man is kind of in the middle. He's not super easy, not super tough. And I agree with Darth Micro's projections on Star-Lord. If I would have started again, I don't think I would have started with Star-Lord. But I don't regret having played with him because he's just fun. His music's awesome. His words are awesome. The dialogue he gives when responding in story that you have to watch for hours on end is really good. Anyway, but the number one reason to buy these, and we'll go into Storm as my first example, is because it's actually a better return on investment for inventory space than inventory is. And I do think inventory is worth getting, but I'll walk through why that is and how that is in just a minute. Okay, so whenever you have a character, I think I must not have claimed one of her level ups. I need that squad XP like really bad. Glad I checked that. Whenever you come into a character, you're going to notice you have an inventory log, and every character that you have starts off with 4, and then you're just going to fill up this space with stuff. And you'll have applicable badges. Armor is always dedicated to the character, but you can like move badges here. You can move heals. I mean, pretty much anything except for armor for other characters. And the way you do that is by going into squad, storage, and moving it here. And I'll show you, if I wanted to increase this inventory space, it costs 20 for the first one, 20 for the next one, 20, 20, 20, and then it goes to 40, 40, 40, 40. But in order to go up to 200 slots, so to add an extra 100 costs 1,000 crystals, yet adding a new character only costs 400. So each new character comes with 100 inventory space. And let's knock off 10 or 15 of that just for new armor pieces you might collect. But even if you just want to use the character as a mule set at level 5, they're still going to have those 100 spots. And we'll come in here to Doctor Strange as an example. He is going to have probably 95 open spots for me. So the return on investment just for inventory space alone, which is helpful, is quite good. Yeah, I see here 93 spots. And I should probably mill these battle badges anyway. But you should constantly be milling these. Just select the grades, dismantle them. And then I just move all of those materials into squad storage. Which brings me to my next recommendation, which is squad storage is actually kind of helpful, but only insofar as your main character needs it. And the reason I say that is because AFK farming is actually pretty helpful in this game, if for nothing else than just Convergium. And I would also say for certain most wanteds. When I get to the game, the most wanteds that you get from operations are not the ones I necessarily want the rewards from. So none of these were in the region I'm farming right now for Omega cards. The current Omega card set I'm farming right now is this number 6. And these are all located in Midgardia. That's in Cursed Forest. And the first 2 are in Forbidden Forest. I have the first 2, so I'm just farming these last 2 pieces. So And if you spawn next to some of these locations, like we'll come here to activity log is one of the easiest ways to do this. I'll just go to the most wanted. And the ones that I want are Loki and his henchmen. And you just click on where you want to go. This is also another trick, by the way. And it's not going to make me walk there. It's going to just teleport me directly to where I want to go. Sometimes it does when you click on... Sorry, that's actually not the best way to warp exactly where you want to go. If you want to warp exactly where you want to go, you go to activity log, Midgardia, then you go to the villain log. You choose which villain you want, and then it's going to put you right there. If you're in that universe. Otherwise, you'll just move over there. So, but I have learned that this is like my favorite farm for Star-Lord. I'm really liking Chill. It doesn't... There's one attack that does the most damage of all of his attacks, but the other ones are like really good control for PvP and for PvE, and it's the highest guard break. And for him, that armor is the Midgardia piece. So here it is. You're seeing apply element, chill shot, class level 1. That's going to go up when you level this up to level 6. It's going to go way up. But you can see here, I double rolled crit rate on my Midgardia one as well. So I'm pretty happy about that. And apologies for the people making 8 million noise levels outside my house. Hopefully the microphone thins this out. Anyway, always be working. Always be playing. So this is where I come to do my farms. You're going to get badges here overnight. You can set your phone to sleep mode by clicking this and engaging that. So, but that's the first place I would spend my crystals, is on new character slots. The next spot is when you're farming these battle badges overnight, you want to have space for them. So I come to my inventory, and what I do is I go to my squad inventory first, go to storage, and I just move everything over. Every single piece that I can, other than the battle badges, cores, armor, everything. Move it over into the squad inventory storage. So you see here, I have mine up to 130. I've never needed more space than that, but I have needed like 127 at one point. I just had like a lot of stuff in there when I was farming AFK overnight. So I would upgrade your squad storage only as far as you need it to hold your pieces while your character is AFK farming. And I have filled 250 slots with battle badges multiple times. So I have upgraded my mains inventory storage to max. So I do actually think that those are the first places I would recommend spending your crystals, because you're going to get the most value out of those spends. So first things first, go unlock the new characters. Second, maximize the inventory space on your main. Third, only if necessary, add storage space to your squad storage. So storage should be number one, and I'm spending like the majority of this video talking about that because it's something that you might not pay attention to, and you don't want to be caught in a spot where you're spending your crystals on other things when you don't have those up and ready, because those are going to matter for the duration of however long you play this game. And for me, I'm in this for the long haul, so I know that inventory space is going to be clutch for my perpetual farms. Next. The best place to spend crystals after that is in the store. And we'll open this up. So they have featured stuff. Personally, I'm not like a big fan of featured things. Usually that just means you're trying to sell me something. That's a good deal for you. I know it's kind of like a negative Nancy view on it, but I've had a lot of people ask me specifically about this Xander. Alliance loyalty does have value, and gold does have value, but it's not a lot. Like 144 alliance loyalty. We talked about this in my video yesterday, but alliance loyalty gets you one of these boxes. You have to get 100,000 in order to access the box. So it's not something I am personally angling for anytime in the near future. Like, I'm donating my max every day. Our alliance leader is making good use out of our lab. We have some good synergy going on. We're up to 25 people in our alliance, 28, sorry, and we're only growing. So anyway, but that is why I don't care about the alliance tokens. So that as just like a side benefit you're getting from that, I find that those, like, gold is helpful, but you can farm it. So really this is just 4-star Omega cards, which, don't get me wrong, they're good, but this set bonus for stamina recovery and ultimate skill gauge recovery is not great. And remember, these are at level 6, so when you get these drops, they're not actually going to give you this. It's going to be like a few points less. I'm guessing it would probably be around like 8% when you actually get this drop. What you can do instead, though, for 1800 crystals, and this is what we're going to be doing at the end of this video, is either draw armor, which you're going to get 10 pieces of. I reviewed this in my video yesterday. The chance of you getting the ones that, like, I get, like this end game costume, are so low that it's not something you can count on at all. And same thing with, like, I want Midgardia specifically, so my chance of getting just a 3-star Midgardia coat, like Midgardia coat, blaster, or boots, is together is still less than 1% of a 3-star drop. A 4-star drop is going to be less than 0.5%, and then a 5-star drop is going to be less than 1/100%. So obviously that's not happening for me. To get the pulls that I want from that, I'd rather just farm them over time. I know that those drop rates suck, but that's probably a better option for me than on armor. And I actually get a reasonable amount of armor, I feel like. My other problem is I'm not convinced that Star-Lord is the best character, and he is my main. I've leveled up his inventory, so he'll probably be my AFK farmer forever, at least for the foreseeable future. Well, I'm quickly diverting my attention to Black Widow just because she's so much better in two things that matter. Number one, PvP, and getting me good rewards in PvP, and number two, in most wanteds, especially on prime bosses, she just does maximum damage. And so being able to use her to get massive damage and get the number one spot in a most wanted makes it so that you get the most Omega cards. So she's kind of the thing that keeps paying for herself. And I could go to her account and pull this, but I also feel like the way that she's performing in Omega War right now is pretty broken. So she probably either has a nerf incoming or everybody else has a buff incoming. That's just my candid thought on her. And my point in stating all of that is not like, oh, invest here, invest there on this character or that character, because I do think they all are good at different things right now, and they're all pretty fun to play once you get to the end game. Getting to the end game takes longer for certain characters than others. Black Widow being an example of takes forever to get there, but really rewarding when you do. But my point in saying that is that I think Omega cards are really where the draws are at. And if you've watched Darth Microtransaction get hundreds of dollars in his account, you know that getting these draws is virtually impossible. But you do get at least 10 3-star cards, which means that you're going to be able to get 1 or 2 4-stars. No matter what you're pulling out of here, you'll just be able to use those as food, even if they're all trash. But you do have a good chance of not pulling all food and getting 1 4-star card. Now, that 2,000 offer, you'll say, hey, you know, that's a set that you can use, or you could just crunch that for food for 2,000. And technically, 4 4-stars are worth 24. Let's see, 6 times 4 is 24 of the 3-stars. That's true. So, you know, that is a decision that you can make. For me personally, though, these gold cards I can only get in here. So even though I have a low chance of getting these, here you'll see you can't even get them in 3-star. Even though I have a low chance of getting these, a combined chance of 8 times 0.05 is like 0.4% chance in a 4-star. And then probably like a 0.2% chance. So I have like a 0.7% chance of getting one of these cards. It's not going to happen, almost certainly. I do have a really good chance of getting one of these rare cards that are going to complete some of my other sets. And the farms for those are otherwise quite painful. So for me, this is where I think spending my crystals makes the most sense. I'm gonna do it, and you guys can judge off of this really small sample size of 10 whether or not you think I made the right choice, and you can put that in the comments down below. But everywhere else, there's only a couple of things that really give you some good rewards. So like this space armor, you could also get this for armor, which also gives you all of these upgrade mats that you can use to upgrade your stuff. You know, that's a good option as well if you're really into armor. Personally, I find that the stat buffs from Omega cards are better. I find that they're more consistent, and I find that they're better value. Now, one thing I am going to say, I am leveling Black Widow right now, and I do think that she's going to be my PvP person that I'm planning to use in the next few days. I'm almost a squad rank 55, and I'm going to get there fastest by just changing over to her. And if I draw a 4-star Omega card, I actually kind of want it to be on her. Star-Lord already has 2 with dedicated stats, and why they aren't my favorite, I did get Chill, which I'm really enjoying right now, and that's going to work fine for me. Black Widow, on the other hand, has no Omega cards equipped. I don't really have that many extras, and whatever ones I get as 3-star food, I'm probably going to put back onto Star-Lord until she's ready to go. But I do want to come to her, and I do want to pull these cards, because if I do pull a 4-star, I do want her to get the bonus stats. And if we pull one, I'll show you exactly what I mean. If we don't, then I'll go back to Star-Lord and show you on his character. But let's just come in here. You can see I just have 2-star armor on her. So yeah, 4-star armor would work well for her. But I honestly don't mind the grind that much. And the boost in stats that you get goes from like a base 120 to 180. I mean, you can compare to the ones to the 2s here. It's a 4 to 6, so you get an increase of 2, and then the base stat does go up by like 80 here. But when I compare this to her character overall, armor is just kind of a joke. Like, I'm getting 1900. Look, this is what I'm getting from my costume. Pretty trash. Battle badges. She has trash battle badges right now. As soon as she hits like level 50, she'll have 6-star battle badges, and that'll be way more than she's getting from her costumes. Title is more than what she's getting from her costumes, and I'm only gonna get more titles as she levels up. Potential is pretty lousy right now, but pretty close and comparable. Squad power comparable. Omega cards is nothing right now, and you're gonna see that shoot up as soon as we get these. So for me, I just don't see the return on investment for costumes unless you are getting these ones, the regional sets. And for her, there's one skill above all for Black Widow. So this is like turning into a little bit of a Black Widow analysis video, but there's one skill above all: firearms expert, firearm expert, sniper shot, which is a class deadly aim. So I know that I'm going to want to be building the deadly aim set for her. It's just so much damage. It's seriously, I've been one shot by it so many times as Star-Lord to know that it's what I want. And so the easiest way to check on this, by the way, is to just come to records, collection. You go to your costumes, and then you want to check in New Stark City is always ultimate, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't see the Hydra Empire is always on the bottom. This one is always like your, usually like your buffs one. She doesn't really have one. But espionage devices class skill set is not what I want. Xanderth, close quarters, don't want that one. Midgardia, deadly aim. So Midgardia is where I'm aiming both for Black Widow as well as for Star-Lord, which is why I've been farming Uru with Star-Lord anyway, because as soon as she gets up there and starts getting these, I can just start filming her pieces. And also I think her costume for Midgardia looks pretty boss too. So getting cool pulls on that would also be fine with me. So anyway, I just think like costumes, be patient. It's a farm that you can do. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it's annoying, but you can do it. And you know, long painful farms are where they really try to milk you for money, and just don't give in. Alright, we're just going to go queue into this mission so that I'm doing something while we're doing nothing. And then we will jump here into the store and make these pulls. Oh, they might make me go back. But she does take... You just watch here, like, she just... Even though she has, like, decently high attack stats, I need to level up some of her skills, but she just doesn't hit as hard as the other characters. And her skills require you to, like, be up in their grill. Like this baton strike, you really have to get... You have to aim it just right. Anyway, I would not recommend her as your first character through. That's all I'm gonna say. She's not great in PvE content, and she is not, unless it's the most wanted specifically. And she is certainly not good against swarms of ads. All right, let's go and do this poll. Draw Omega card. All right, here we find out how terrible my choices are. This is like the cutest one though. Go find the box. No, not the shield. This? Oh wait. No, that is it. And you do get 10% off for doing this, so alright, so I got all food. So buying that 4-star set would nominally have been better, but I did get one rare card here. Another rare card here. And another rare card here. Did my Black Widow just die? Oh my gosh. That's all I'm gonna say. I did Storm. I didn't even like equip Omega cards to Storm, and she did all of this, including the bosses on auto without any work. Storm is just so much easier. I have no idea what these are gonna be used for, but let me walk you into what I'm talking about here. We just want to come to Heroes, Omega cards. And you can auto-equip these. Actually, first we're going to go to card storage. So look, I have 2 5s, and then I think I just pulled a third 5 here, so yes. So we're going to retrieve these ones. And then looks like I pulled this 12 here as well, but you have to unlock it to move it over. But she's not going to be able to use these at all. I do want to lock these just to make sure they don't get crunched. There you go. So I did get several rare cards. Like I would have got that full set with Nebula, but I just, again, not super worth it to me. And now getting a 4-star Omega card, in my opinion, is a little bit better than even having all 3s. So, but we'll just equip here, and you do want your whole set. So this is just going to be a 3 set, which is unfortunate. We're only getting the attack buff, so we do need one more. And you have to pull this one. You can't farm it anywhere. Let's see which one we still need by the time we're done with this. So we can click on all of these to see these. So we need this one, which is in Asgardian Settlement, and this one, which is in Ravaged Plains. So both in Midgardia. Just doing a lot of work in Midgardia. That's what I'm working on right now. So anyway, so I could fill this up with all these other cards, but I'm going to show you guys just because why not? So the first thing you do is go to your Omega cards. You check and see which one you want. This has a fixed effect of critical damage. And bonus of total damage is fine, but not great. Super villain damage is good if I'm really ready to start using her to do those farms on most wanteds, but I'm not quite ready for her to do that yet. Then villain damage, I think, is probably one of the worst. It just helps with PvE content. It's not at all good for PvP. So this is the one that I really want to focus on with her because she gets those guaranteed crits anyway. We're going to combine these here. Although we only need 5. So actually, let's come back. And we just want to see which one we want to keep. Critical damage, definitely want to keep that one. Don't care about HP recovery, hit rate, don't care about any of these ones. I think this is 6. So maybe we're not doing any PvP content with her yet, so we'll just equip this super villain damage for now. And now we're gonna come up here, take this one, combine these 6 cards, and you're gonna see it go to 4-star. Oh my gosh, I don't even have the money for it yet. Let's see if I can get it some other way. I think we just finished this mission. There we go. All right. I've been leveling up all my skills on Star-Lord, which I'm going to be covering in another video coming up very soon. Let's just finish this one. Stop doing those. Oh my gosh, I always click on the wrong thing. They need to have Omega cards more accessible, and they need to set them so that you can swap between sets. Okay, we're going to combine here. And you're going to see this roll into a 4-star, and it's going to get a special bonus attributable to Black Widow. So here we get Black Widow total damage, which is honestly pretty good roll just for where I'm at in the game, because I'm still building out all of her skills and I can't really do a full skill set on her yet. So that's actually a really good roll for me right now. You know, later on, what I want, like I was explaining before, is that weapons expert skill. This one, we're looking for deadly aim class. If we can get deadly aim, we're going to be in a good spot. Notice all of these are like close quarters combat, so I'm not going to be focused on those ones. Espionage devices. Close quarters combat. Deadly aim for this one, which is actually pretty good. And then this one is close quarters combat as well. So there actually aren't that many deadly aim ones. You can't like build a whole thing around it for her. So just note that this is another one of those things about that Black Widow that just makes her a little rough to deal with. So you can't like with Star-Lord, you can build an entire kit around Chill, but with Black Widow, you definitely can't. You have to like choose a backup set. So espionage devices is probably my backup. I do like a lot of those stuns, and I don't love the pull-ins or the pull to her, just because she doesn't do as well with those. But like wire taser net is actually quite good to get these shocks to decrease attack, and you can get that with, I don't love that one, but this one is pretty good as well. But anyway, I'll be covering all that later. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Did I make the right choice? Did I make a terrible choice? Let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, good luck on the path. Get out there. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.